What is
Can
he?
you explain the Illuminati to me from scratch?
From scratch?
From scratch. I do not know
Sure.
what half these people are talking about.
Yeah.
Eddie Bravo talks about it.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Tupac
there's
spoke about it.
It's his. There's
Enlighten me
yeah.
on the Illuminati.
I'll try. I mean, from what I've read, there's like a historic Illuminati. It, I think started in Bavaria, which was basically, we have Freemasons, Masonry, and the Illuminati. It was some kind of society I can't remember the guy's name, that was connected to the Masons, and so that's like you can Wikipedia the Illuminati, it pops up. It's not like a thing someone made up. It was just like I guess the best way to put it is there's a saying, as above, so below, right? So if you want to understand, or in small things, all things. So to understand the Illuminati, you could probably think about like the university system, the way that works, which is like if you want to go to a university, you've got to have good grades in school. And not just that, but you have to demonstrate certain qualities. Like if you want to go to like the Ivy League schools. And then if you do that, you sort of get admitted into the university, and then you get like high level data given to you that other people maybe have access to, but they don't get taught it in the way that it's taught at those schools by just like, people who are just super geniuses, and some of the great ripples in society happen because of the things going on in universities. The fucking Unabomber, for example, Kaczynski, man, look that shit up if you want to trip out. That guy was like getting MK Ultra'd by this professor who was at Harvard, who was getting paid to do these weird tests to figure out if you could break down somebody's identity, because they wanted the ideal thing would be like if you can capture somebody, an enemy soldier, and not just fucking interrogate him, but wipe his mind temporarily and put things inside of him so that when you send him back, he would do crazy shit like a time bomb or something. Who knows what? But they were really interested in the identity. People think, when they hear this, they think, no, that never happened. It's all documented. You can look it up. Freedom of Information Act. Just look it up. It's all right there online. MK Ultra fucking documents about the many attempts they made and some of the weirdest shit you ever heard. Fucking Kaczynski was being like unethically experimented on by this professor. I can't recall his name. Kaczynski got into Harvard when he was 16. He got into fucking Harvard on a mathematics scholarship at the age of 16, fell under the spell of this like crazy ass mad scientist professor who was doing shit to him that I don't think we'll ever know. Putting him in rooms in complete darkness for long periods of time, getting him to tell all his secrets and then humiliating him, stuff like that. So Kaczynski.
Scientology.
Well, I mean, what do you mean, Scientology?
Scientology takes your secrets.
Oh, right.
When they debrief you, it's called. They go through that system. They take your deepest secrets and then they hold them against you.
Yeah. A confessional.
Confessional, yes.
All of it. The concept is pretty good, though. It's like secrets are, when you feel ashamed, it's a lot of cognitive weight to carry around. If you have secrets, it feels bad. Like, there's a sense of like, it sucks. It's not a great feeling. It's weight, You're carrying weight when you have a lot of secrets, So there's good sides to it and bad sides. Clearly, in this case, bad sides. You're not supposed to humiliate someone when they tell you their great secrets. You're supposed to forgive them. That's the idea. But Kaczynski, we all know what happened with him. But yeah, so universities, they take people in, train them up in this way or that. Those people go out in the world and they become presidents. They become scientists, and they do all kinds of crazy shit. Hopefully for the better. That's the idea, for the betterment of society. They've gathered all this like, specific data, about some small branch of like oncology or something. They've gotten this deep, focused, very expensive education, and then they go and hopefully cure cancer, right? That's the idea of a universe. So with the Illuminati, it's kind of like you could ask yourself, what do you think happened first? The university system, the Ivy League university system? You think that just appeared suddenly? Schooling people, giving people secret information, like giving people like the big downloads? No, it's been around forever, which is why there were, Masons, the secrets of the carpenters and people who just built shit. There were no books. You would like become an apprentice.
Now, what is a Mason? Because those are the people I yelled at that night.
You yelled at the Freemasons?
There was a big
party.
church. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, next to the YMCA, there's a church. And I just beeped them all outside with torches, and I beeped them and called them cocksuckers or something on the way there.
They're not.
I think Masons are like a group, isn't it? Like
Richard Pryor was a Mason.
Really?
Yeah.
So what is a Mason exactly?
I mean, I don't really know.
They're pretty secretive, aren't they?
Well, they say we're not a secret society. We're a society with secrets. But they're just a fraternal brotherhood of people who have been stigmatized in a pretty intense way. But just because they have secrets, because they are apparently engaged in some kind of disciplined practice that is helping them understand what it means to be like a contributing member to society, basically. Like their whole thing is like helping your community.
How come you're not a Mason?
Well, my dad was a Mason, you know?
No shit.
My grandfather was a Mason. Well, in the South, many people are Masons. I mean, the name Mason, you hear it all the fucking time. But stonemasons, you know, the people who build all the cathedrals and the churches and stuff, that, you know, we take it all for granted, right? Like the fucking arches that hold up cathedrals. We see that shit and we're like, oh, that's beautiful. But we don't realize like how significant in the history of architecture it was when people figured out how to do that, how to like distribute weight in that way. You know, it's fucking amazing, right? And that used to be a secret, how to do that. That was a secret. So then the reason for that being a secret, I think, was probably based on a few different things. One would be, I don't want to give you this information if you're not good enough to build one of these fucking things. Because if I give you this information, you go and try to build it, you could kill people. And that's going to be on my back. That I gave you this information and you were like lazy or weak or whatever, and then you fucked up. And now everything falls apart, right? So I would imagine if there was some repository of information out there that was like, gave people extra abilities or something, like if there was like information maybe about what happens after you die, or where we are actually in the universe, or what dimension this is, and why we're here, and what's going on, or and there was some sense that if you told someone that, they would either misunderstand it completely, and then like go and yap about it to everybody and cause all kinds of problems, or more often than not, they might go nuts. You know, they might not be able to handle it.
Now, Masons just men. It's just a men's group.
It's a fraternal organization, yeah.
Which means just men.
Just men.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so wait, just to circle back a little bit to the Illuminati, what are they doing? Do they really control everything? Or is it just like a group of smarter people?
I don't know.
We're going in like fucking Marines, you understand me?
Welcome to church, motherfucker.